Hello, BookTube. I've got a bit of a book haul for you today. This is mostly just some Nora Roberts I've found. I've been finding so much of her stuff, and I'm addicted to Nora. I love Nora Roberts. I can't stop. She's one of the great reads in my life. I don't know why, but so I've just been collecting her. I've probably got about 10 Nora Roberts books here to show off, but also I have one other book to show that I've hauled recently, and I've already read it, and that is As Always, Julia. This is a letter collection by Miss Julia Child and Avis DeVito. This who was a friend of hers, and it's pretty much a letter collection between them two, and you get to see their daily lives and all the milestones of Julia Child's early career, and it's just an incredible read. I will talk about it more in my wrap up. If you are invested in Julia Child like I am, please pick up this letter collection. It's been around for a while now, but yeah, just read it. Julia Child's such a great person. And then back to Nora. So I did find some old school romantic suspense. This is the Night Tales series. I found these all in mass markets. We have Night Shift and Night Shadow. We have Night Shade and Night Smoke. And then we have Night Shield and Night Moves. And I don't know much about these. I know it's like detective, maybe not detective, but like police, like thriller maybe. I know Mara from books like Woe. Whenever she highly rates a Nora Roberts book, I pick it up immediately because me and her very much have similar tastes when it comes to Nora. We're pretty much the same, and she read these and really enjoyed them, and I was like, I've got to find them, and I found them, and I can't wait to get to these. They're going to be short and they're going to be fun, and I heard there's an insane character called Nemesis who's this like Batman type billionaire vigilante stalking the streets of like this small ass town that it's apparently it's really funny, and so I can't wait to get to that. But now we go to like the big trade paperbacks of Nora, because I love trade paperbacks. I love how floppy they are. They're big and bulky, and I just love them. And let's start. So we have Night Work. Yeah, this is Nora doing like a heist, like a very much like a man on his honor, and like a heist. And Nora doesn't really do heist novels. She's done a couple like Honest Illusions, which I need to find a copy of. I'll find it eventually. But this is Night Work. This is a more recent one from the last like 5 years, and so I have it here. I also have an old Mills and Boon collection, two novel collection of Nora. Now, Nora did write for Mills and Boon back in the day. I wouldn't be surprised if she is like one of the biggest authors Mills and Boon ever like produced. There's probably some more, or at least one of the biggest authors that branched out away from Mills and Boon and became her own thing. But this is an old collection here. Look at this old cover. Island Dreams. It's got Treasures Lost, Treasures Found, and Risky Business. And Treasures Lost and Treasures Found is like sunken treasure, and Risky Business sounds like a coral deep dive shop one the lady owns, and driving instructor. It's weird jobs. I love the way Nora gives her heroines really interesting jobs. I love it. She loves a good house renovation for the last couple decades, but this is before that took off. So I do have an earlier collection of her. I think these came out in the 90s. I could be wrong. Oh no, sorry, they weren't. 2003, so the year I was born. Then we have The Journey. This is another collection here. This does have Treasures Lost and Treasures Found in it again. And this one has Impulse, which is about a lady who just follows her impulses. She travels to Greece, and that's pretty much it. New identity type stuff. And so whatever second story I like out of these two books, I'll keep whichever one, because they both have Treasures Lost and Treasures Found. So if I like, depending on the other story, I'll keep that. And then I have another two novel collection here. This is Chasing Hope. This has Taming Natasha and Luring a Lady. Natasha is a former ballet dancer, and that's all I can read pretty much. And I know it's like a part of a series or whatever, knowing Nora. I don't know what the others are, but I do have that. And then, interestingly enough, I have her debut novel, Irish Thoroughbred. I read this years ago just to see what her first novel was like. But this is about. I'll probably reread it. Why not? It's so short. It's about this young lady who's from Ireland and she's an orphan, and then she moves to America and she falls in love with like a stable owner pretty much, and it's like that. It's very of its time. If you can stomach like category romances from the 80s, I think you'll find these fine. I It's not my personal cup of tea. I do like her more contemporary romances like the bride books or the In Blooms trilogy. I love. And but I do find it a bit more challenging with her categories just because they're not more of my cup of tea. They're a bit more dated, and as someone who didn't grow up at the time, I can see I do have to like take it with a grain of salt pretty much. But speaking of the In Bloomsborough trilogy, I have two of them here. I've read these as a teen, loved them. I only have the first two here. I did find like a used copy online of the third book, and this is what do we have here? We got The Next Always, very famous. People love this one. And then we have The Last Boyfriend. And then the other one is A Perfect Hope. And this is pretty much three brothers running in, and each book is like a romance for each brother. And it's really sweet. And yeah, I need to reread these because it has been a long time. And when I get that third book, I probably will. But yeah, that was just a quick Nora Roberts main haul with some lovely Julia Child on the side. And yeah, let me know what you think of Julia Child or Nora Roberts. And yeah, thank you so much for watching BookTube, and I'll see you next time.